a buyer's market, a seller's market, whether it's hot, whether it's cold. We are gonna go over things that you don't wanna be missing when you're getting ready to sell your home. Welcome back to my channel. It is Linda Barr, your Denver North realtor. And if you guys haven't subscribed, if you haven't checked out my channel, if this is your first video, this is the place you come if you need to have seller tips, if you want buyer tips, if you're looking to buy or sell, and of course, if you're also looking to get your real estate license, you are in the right place. On to today's video. So we are talking all about the things that you want to be aware of when you are selling your home. Now, as most of you know, this market has been crazy. It's not just Denver. It is everywhere, you guys. We've been in a seller's market. We've had buyer's markets in the past. Like, the market is always up and down. As I say, we're never gonna be in a perfect market. However, if you are looking to sell your home right now, in the seasonality of summer and everything going on, I want to go over a few things that I need you to be aware of before jumping into the home buying process. The first thing that we are going to talk about is overpricing your home. You really got to be careful with this. I know you always want to come in as, oh, Linda, we've been in a seller's market. Everybody's getting way over asking price. How the market's been going, how buyers have been acting. You really want to be careful on how you price your home. There is a strategy for everything, whether you're going to price it at market value, whether you're going to undercut it, or you're going to overcut it. Like, what is it? And there has to be something which you'll go through with me or whoever your listing agent is. The market has been playing out where buyers are already coming in right off the chute where they're offering over asking. If you're already coming in at a high price, or at the top, or going over, or whatever the strategy you are coming in at, you may be missing potential buyers that are going to be right underneath that. So let's say your home is worth $650,000. But let's say it's worth $650,000 and you have a buyer who is literally qualifies for $650 or $640 or maybe $630 or is under that, right? So you're gonna have that happen. Then you're gonna go ahead and list your price at that $650 mark, which you're going to be missing that extra volume, that extra little gap that is in there because you're coming in right at top dollar. So if you have someone who's like, oh, well, shoot, that's top dollar, I can't even go over asking, then you are going to be missing out on those potential buyers who may come in and at that point may be able to offer more, may be able to get in the game, or what is going to give you that multiple offer situation to get you up to or even over that price that you are looking for. You are getting those extra pool of buyers who are physically going to be coming into your home, getting emotionally attached, seeing what they want, and then being able to push forward and make it happen. Now, if you go over what everybody's price point is, or if you're at the top of that pool of buyers, they can't even come in and give you those extra showings, give you those extra offers, or even get them attached to the property. They're just seeing what's posted on the MLS and they're seeing the purchase price, saying, oh, hey, it's at the top, I can't even bid on it, it's already out of sight, out of mind. Getting them into that property is what's going to give them that extra emotional, physical, tangible item that they can actually see, and then they can envision themselves, oh yeah, like I really like this. It's actually giving your property the chance to get to all the potential buyers that you need. This is what becomes a win-win situation for a buyer and a seller. The next thing I want you to focus on as a seller is prepping your home for the sale. I actually have a downloadable PDF that I will have in the comments below for you to look at, so you can look at these little things that you need to do to get ready to put your home on the market. When you're looking at low cost, effective ways to get top dollar and get your home ready, it's not gonna put you in a bind or having to feel like you have the stress or the weight on you of, oh my gosh, my house needs to be in pristine, showability, or all the things that go with putting your home on the market. But these little tips and tricks are gonna help you still get top dollar, get those buyers in there, get them imagining themselves and emotionally attached to your property. Light covers, electrical outlet covers, fixtures, those type of things. They may not seem like a big deal, but those are the little things that will definitely help present and make your house look pristine. Even though it doesn't seem like a big deal, all of these little tiny things and making sure that they all match, making sure that they're not yellow, they're not old, changing these little tiny things out is a low cost to you, but will give you big rewards in the end. Cleanliness, organization, all of these little tiny things that you don't think would matter to a buyer really make a difference. If you're really going in the mindset of like, what are they gonna care? All this clutter, all this cleanliness, like it's not gonna be there when obviously they buy, like I'm gonna be gone. But if a buyer if they can't envision themselves in your property, then they're not gonna make an offer on it. This is coming from the mindset that you want the buyer to be able to come in and envision themselves. Like the little things will start manifesting and they'll start nitpicking and they'll feel like all this negativity will start to build and they'll start stacking on the reasons why they don't wanna be there. And it literally could be the littlest things, like, oh, the baseboards are dirty, or oh, the light cover's yellow. Like if you as a seller is not taking care of these little things, it's like, oh gosh, then what underlining things are they not taking care of we can't even see? Like the smells, the touch, like when I was talking about the senses earlier, the fact that they are able to connect in all of those senses is a matter of fact. Like you have to understand that. You want them to be able to be like, wow, I can really see myself in this space. But if they are so blindsided by the little tiny things that are piling up and they're like, yeah, no, this isn't the place for us. But if you have those tiny things taken care of that are cost effective, take a little bit of time and effort to put in on your part as a seller, then they will be able to look past that and be like, hey, wow, these baseboards are pretty clean. Like, oh gosh, there's no clutter. Like it's a very open space. Like we can see, like, oh, I can see my couch there. Oh, I can see my computer desk there. Oh gosh, I can see my kids playing in this room. Like you take away all that negative energy and negativity where they can actually envision cleaning up your baseboard, dust them, whatever it takes. A magic eraser, like you can get a pack of them at Costco for like $9. Use that. Wipe down your baseboards, wipe down your walls, whatever it is, the little tiny things you think that wouldn't be like naked to the eye, or you're like, oh, they won't even notice that. Like I don't notice that. Like these are the little things that again are cost effective and don't take a lot of time. It's literally a little bit of effort that will go a long, long way. You have ceiling fans, dust them. I've literally walked into properties where my client was like super stoked, like awesome, everything was looking great, and they turn, sometimes they check light switches. It's in the daytime, you wanna make sure everything's worked, especially when you have a light fixture and a separate fan fixture, whatever, and they've literally turned it on, the fan starts to go, and all of a sudden you're like getting rained on, and it's dust. Like my buyers have been disgusted. They're like, oh God, like, okay. And it's a really big turnoff. And even though you think it's not a big deal, like that's just a little negative thing that they can throw in their bucket. Depending on how the entire showing goes, that little negative bucket with those tiny little things can add up. Hey, there's these great things we're throwing over here, but oh, it's a little smelly. They haven't replaced their air filters. It's like stuffy, or oh my God, did you see those vents? Like they're full of dust and cobwebs. Like, ew, let's throw this over here. The floor vents, like you can pull them up and actually hose them off. You can throw them in water. You can throw them in like, Lysol has some really great fragrances. There's different things that you can do. Just throw it in there, clean them off, and literally put it back. It literally takes like a couple minutes, if that, to wash them off, rinse them off, dry them off, whatever it is to get them back in there, and boom, you're done. The last thing I want to talk to you guys about is highlighting things that's going to really make your property stand out. What do I mean by that? I mean by actually things that are around your neighborhood. Is there something specific in your area? Is there something that you're close to? I had a condo that just sold not too long ago that was literally right by the light rail, which is huge, 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 huge. It wasn't even in Denver. But you could literally walk to it and get to Denver in a short amount of time. So those are things you want to highlight. Just remember, I'm sure you guys have heard this terminology before, where it's location, location, location. So it's not only making sure that your actual home is presentable to buyers, but letting them understand, like, What is surrounding you? What makes your neighborhood great? Is there any amenities? Maybe your HOA has 2 pools. Maybe you have like actual splash park for kids. Maybe you have a gym. Maybe you have certain things that would be highlighted. These are all things you're going to be going over with me or whoever is your listing agent at the time, because even as a listing agent, like, we are not mind readers. We cannot dig up or search up every little thing. It's really nice because we're already doing so much to have that communication with you, and anything that's gonna help make your property sell for what you want. We have to sit there and market it. Like, that's one of our jobs. If you have a great listing agent, like, we're supposed to get it out there, right? So having all these extra tools that are going to push your property out to the general public and all those amazing buyers, if you know something great, like, throw that to your agent. They may or may not know it already, but these are conversations, and why communication is so great, because at the end of the day, we're both have the same goal in mind, and that's getting your home sold for what you want it and when you want it. I know for me as a listing agent, I always provide fantastic photography for my sellers. I also do drone work. For me, it's not about price point, it's about what is around the property, what is gonna help this home sell. Every market's different, every neighborhood is different. And that is a huge thing, because again, like, the little condo that I had, yeah, it was a tiny little condo. I still did drone footage on it because, again, I wanted to highlight all the great amenities and things that were offered not only within the complex, but what was with the surrounding area that may be really important to some of those buyers. If you got a buyer on the market and they're most likely literally just gonna go to the photos, right? They're not gonna do their research. They're not gonna check out and be like, okay, I'm gonna like detail and go through everything on this property. I'm gonna start looking at the neighborhoods. I'm gonna do that. No, they don't have time for that. Especially in this market with how crazy things are and how fast things go, you don't have time to look at all the details. So if I, as a listing agent, can showcase that for my clients as a seller and make sure that they're reaching all those potential buyers, that is great. It is a win-win for my sellers, and it's a win-win for you as a buyer if you're looking to buy, and for the buyer's agent, because you know what, at the end of the day, buyer's agents do a lot too. Having that information, having that out there, having the drone footage on there is just a little bit extra to show what's around the area. It's not just about the home, because that may be something that's really important to some buyers. At the end of the day, all this is doing is adding value on top of value on top of value, because like I said, it is a win-win for your sellers, and it is going to be a win-win for your buyers. That is it for today's video, you guys. I hope that this was insightful. I hope this helped, because even in today's market, in the summer of 2022, selling your home can be crazy. We've seen the flux in the market. At the end of the day, it doesn't matter as long as you're prepping for any market. Like, you can't just come in and be like, oh, well, it's a seller's market, so I'm just gonna do the bare minimum and get whatever. Even in that case, you still wanna be reaching everyone you can. You still wanna be able to present, get all those potential buyers that you can. It really shouldn't matter on the stipulation of the market. You always should be striving for your best. I'm pretty sure if you're selling your home, no matter what it is, you always want to get top dollar. You always want to get the best. You always think your home is worth maybe sometimes more than what it is, but even in that sense, if that's what you want to get for it, you need to be prepared, and you need to be having those conversations with your listing agent. As always, guys, please continue to like, share, comment, and if you got some value off this, please send it. Share it with other people. If you know anybody who's looking to buy and sell, I can definitely help them out. And even if you're not in the Denver area or in Colorado, I have a great network of agents that I work with all throughout the United States, and actually some are out of the country. So definitely let me know in the comments below, message me. I'm all over social media, you guys. And if I don't see you guys around Denver, I'll definitely see you on my next video. Bye.